Well, hello again, guys. So we are beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel on the 81 El Camino here. We've done a lot. We've done engine, transmission, fuel injection, rebuilt certain things. Currently going through the interior, but I'm having to wait on parts. On and on it goes. Right now, we are going to turn our attention to resealing the cab. Okay. I have a complete kit here, once again from Dixie Restorations. Supposed to be everything we need to tighten this thing up once again. So, let's take a look at what we got. This must have been a little back ordered. This came separate in the mail. I think these are pieces for the Restoration Depot. See, I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Anyway, I think those go on the little rear windows, pretty sure. Don't know where else something that short would go. Don't know what I'm looking at. This may be the tailgate. Two of those. And our door fuzzies, looks like. Bottle of weatherstripping, or adhesive. A tube, rather. So the big Chungus one goes over the window. And then the other goes around the bottom on the door. I'm going to pull one of these out of here. I don't know if we got little clips. Okay, I'll just drop both. Okay. Alright, yeah, so this end has little plastic clips, and we must just glue all along the top. And we got clips on the other end. So, match it up here. I think I have the correct one. So we've got this flange piece run along in here that looks like it's got screws in it. Looks like you can take it off if you need to. Basically, I'm just going along with a little trim tool or screwdriver. Got a utility knife and just cutting and scraping away till it comes loose. I think a heat gun might be of aid if you want it. It's hot and humid and I really don't want to be working with it, so I'm just making do without. But I'm going to be here a while doing this sort of thing. You know, actually coming out pretty easily. Not bad at all. Now guys, I'm going to tell you the truth here. Here's the situation. We're replacing the over the window door seal, right? I wanted to touch up with paint the little track that it runs in right here. It was all coming off, kind of the plasticky coating they put on those things. And I popped this off as well, this black and stainless trim, and repainted that. But I knew we were going to have to go after this little seal down here, this 6 inches. The only way you can replace that correctly is if you pop the little quarter window out. There are 2 screws, and we'll go over this on the other side. I just wanted to keep the continuity of our door seal going here. But there are 2 screws from the inside. You got to pop the trim out, and then you can get to them. The only way you can get to them is taking the glass out. So, I have done that. Replaced all that, painted all that. Now we're finally ready to go back with our over the window door seal. Well, time to get a little messy. Get our adhesive in here. I may just go one section at a time. I'm going to squirt some down in here. You know, don't be shy. Alright, our weather stripping up here is glued in, taped up 6 ways from Sunday just to make sure the bottom ends stay in place. I am going to remove door panels now. We've got the what used to be called the fuzzies. They're just rubber now. The little side window squeegees, you know. Those need to be replaced, but also our main door weather stripping needs to be replaced. And I am also trying to restore these panels a little bit. I've got carpet coming. I'm in the middle of trying to get paint for this. And you'll see this all in a different video. This is the burgundy vinyl and cloth type paint that you can buy over the shelf, off the shelf from Dooper. Pretty bright red compared to what it should be. So I'm looking for a darker maroon color. Haven't found anything yet, and we'll do what we have to do there. But for the time being, I'm going to get these panels off. Maybe I won't. I don't know anymore. Should be a clip right up against the head of this thing, right here. It's like I can't get my tool anyway. It's like the plastic, the little plastic washer or whatever you want to call it on the back side of this thing is completely deteriorated. I can't imagine. And it is getting in the way of the tool in there. Or something. Because just right there it should go in, but it's not. Well, hammer and chisel time? I don't know. It takes courage to restore something post early 70s, you know it? The plastic is just nonsense. Anyway, I got chunks of the little backwasher out of the way, and then well, I thought I had it. Let's try it again. Still don't think I'm getting quite far enough. There's no deck screws or anything holding this thing on, is there? Drywall screws, baling wire, bubble gum. Trying to make videos without a fan on when the shop inside is over 90 degrees is just lunacy. I start sweating 30 degrees ago. This is what's left of that washer deal on the back of the handle. It was all wadded up in there, and I had to use needle nose and get it out of there before I could even hope to get my clip undone. But we got it. So one thing that just kind of glares at me here is we have no moisture barrier, so we'll have to put something back there, get some plastic or whatever, and glue that back on. Our mirror remote, that's got a little set screw in the bezel right down here. Looks like this one may be broken off or whatever, but it was loose, so it just slipped right out of there. So that's fine. Man, these things are in tough shape. Like I say, I have carpet coming. There we can kind of get a good look at our original color. We'll get into this in a minute, but this inside seal here against the glass is stapled to the door panel, so we'll deal with that. And then the outside one, we've got screws. A lot of them are behind the glass yet, so I'll have to lower that. We got a lot to do. And this section's to be attached to repair order. This looks like a door, not a repair order, but you know, to each his own. Anyway, I think I'm going to work on what we started out doing, the bottom seal, then we'll get this one, then we'll work on the door panel. Each end of these things have 2 screws holding them down. So get those out of there. This one's here. That one's full of crud by the look of it. Then we start needing to pop our little clips out. Now the original clearly has some plastic reinforcement molded into it, and from what I can tell, the new stuff does not. I mean, that's just rubber. So in order to help, I mean, I'll still use the screws and hold it in place, but I think I'm gonna coat everything with at least around the edge, where I know things are touching. I will coat everything with adhesive. Give it a fighting chance here. Go down to our first peg hole there. Alrighty then, I was playing around on the other side with the weather stripping that goes up against the glass here on the door, just to have a, you know, look like I had a shred of a clue of what I was doing, and the jury is still out on that, but it really turned out nice over there. It really, you know, these window rattles that you get on these old worn out cars, that all went away with just the outside strip there. So and the thing is, you got these little felt bumpers that go up against the glass, and the new ones have it on that as well, on the seal, and these are just either, they're just gone. Okay, so that is the main problem. Crank our window down all the way it can go. I don't have as much room as I had on the other side. There are, I think, 5 screws, 1, 2, 3, yeah. 5 screws holding this on here, and one is right here behind the glass, and I was able to get it. This one doesn't look like it's going to give up so easy. I really need to find a right angle ratchet or right angle screwdriver. I forgot to bring one from home. Oh, this little felt is right here yet, this little block here, but it's missing one there. Let me root around and I'll look for one. Otherwise, we're just going to buzz these off. Looks like that. So I found the special tool called a short Phillips bit on a vice grip. I think it's gonna work. Oh yeah, it grabbed it. You know, working in this guy's shop here, little by little, things are getting organized, trash is getting thrown away, things are getting straightened out, but there's just a lot of things that if he has it, I haven't come across it yet, and I have no doubt that such a thing exists here, but I just haven't seen it yet. Okay, time to go into speed mode. Should have done that yesterday. As long as I don't drop it, right? There we go. One more. Did I leave one? Oh yeah. Little bit of difference, right? That thing's got about a foot of seal left on it, and that's it. The new ones have a rub block clear up front, and I'm not so sure the originals ever did by the looks of it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the center screw, since that's the hard one. We might as well line that up more than anything, you know. You're not really guaranteed the hole spacing is going to match exactly. Get that. We're looking pretty good, actually. Alright, I've been removing the upper window seal here, going over the door opening, and I've got to continue that, but I wanted to get to this little window with you. So I'm going to remove this little seal rail to start with. Alright, now we want to remove our trim piece. A little stubborn. Now I'm going to remove my inner trim piece here. And this one. And this one. Manual screwdriver. What is this? 1995? Got some clips. There we go. Another walnut. Where'd that come from? Hi. Alright, now I've got 4 metal tabs or clips that hold the glass in. Here, here, this one, and on the bottom. This big one on this side, you can access the heads of the screws from where you took the weather stripping rail off. So inside the door jamb is where you get to those, and that's why we had to take that all off. So this glass is set in there with like a urethane caulking, like you would set a windshield. So I brought my windshield removal tool. Let's see if we can cut through most of that. I don't think I'll be able to get around the whole thing here. This in there. There we go. Oh, I stabbed myself in the face. I'm not careful. There we go. Atta boy. There's our good old buddy. Lots of junk. Okay. I think we're still attached at the top. There we go. So now, and only now, I can get to the 2 screws right on the back of this little piece of weather stripping. go through these two holes. So on the other side, it was very much more corroded, pitted, rusty. Not terrible, but just it was rough over there, you know. So I came in, sanded it down, primed it, and then I painted it with a Dupli-Color body paint that it matches more this red than this, whatever this is trying to be. But that's fine. Obviously, someone came in here and painted flat black on it for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe it was Flex Seal they were spraying on the weather stripping. No, it was not. Anyway, so I'm going to sand this down, prime it, paint it. Once the primer's dry, I'm going to start scraping my glass, get all this junk off, make it nice and clean again. I'll come back in here, clean up the inside of this all the way around. We'll get paint on there, and then we will put our little weather stripping back on. And then we will reset our glass. Now I'm going to replace the fuzzies on the top of the door panel. This is for the right hand side. The new ones aren't an exact match of the originals, doesn't matter. I mean, overall they have the same general shape and appearance, but both new ones look symmetrical, so that's all that I'm concerned about, you know, whether I get the right one side to side. Now these originals are stapled in, heavy duty staples. I'm going to see if I can sneak my cutoff wheel in there. Alright, I think that does it. Really need to move this car maybe in front of the 48. I'd have a little more walk around room, but here it is. Okay, pop this up, see if we can keep from pulling our vinyl up. So these door panels come apart in two sections, and once again, Dixie the Restoration Depot. They sell upper and lower door panel parts. I almost ordered the lowers, but I'm going to try and restore the ones we got. See if we can save. I mean, all things considered, what were they? $275 for the pair? I'm thinking in terms of general door panel dollars, that's not that expensive, but especially when it's someone else's money, right? Okay, so they put, looks like about 1/8 inch holes in these. I was going to bring my good drill, but I guess I'll get the old Black & Decker out and start drilling holes, and I'm going to pop rivet that thing back on. See how this right angle screwdriver can double as some sort of clamping pliers? Pretty snazzy. I think I need a third. Oh man, these are great quality. I like it. Oh, vice grip. Where are you? I really need yeah. Oh dear. There you are, you little rascal. I tell you, there's some strange people in this old world of ours, aren't there? Okay. Now, can this bit do anything? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah! Now, I think I have enough. Oh man. Yeah, I might have enough to do one panel here with you. I didn't realize I was so short on the shorty 1/8 inchers here. If that'll even do it, I better take a look. Yeah, that'll do it. You got 2 more in you? I don't know. You have to use another one. Yeah, we can get 1 panel done. All right. Back to town free. And there we go. I don't know if you can tell it, but right in here, this region, that's where I touched up the paint. I'm just leaning on the car. There's nothing there. You know, a guy figures the present condition of the paint doesn't really matter. Well, whatever, you know. Hey. The more I rub it, the better it looks. Cool. So on the other side, I had to trim this whole thing down a little bit to get it to fit. You know, they probably just being generous. Not every car is the same, after all. Let's see. That certainly looks like I'm going to have to do that again. Yeah, so, and I wonder where my holes line up. Yeah, so I'm about easily a 1/4 inch off. I need to go backwards with the whole thing, and I can't because my little aluminum molding is hard up against there. Somebody's thinking about me. I got a text. So I'm gonna have to trim 1/4 inch about off the end of this, and then I'll notch a 1/4 inch off of there. Okay then, we are going to put this in. I am using 3M's Fast Cure Auto Glass Urethane, a 08690, I think. My parts store keeps this in stock on the shelf. A warning goes with it: wear gloves. Wear gloves. Wear gloves, guy. Just wear gloves. If you thought silicone, especially out of a tube, was messy, You just wait till you try this stuff. Have a rag ready, have gloves on, just for the sake of it gets everywhere. It is thick, it is sticky. You will not easily be able to clean it off unless you are wiping your hands down with gas or paint thinner. Ask me how I know. Anyway, wear gloves, guy. I'm going to put a thin bead here. You can see we've obviously have some rust and deterioration going on here, and it's even worse on the inside. I'm just going to stop that in its tracks for the time being. Nice and thick. This is the same product I used on the 48 Stylemaster windshield. Did that in the winter, and despite trying to warm this stuff up, it was a bagger. So keep that in mind. You may want to keep the tube inside for a couple days before you think you're going to install. Use it if it's cold outside, cold in your shop. Okay, so we're just going to set that right down there. Perfect. Find my screws. Now, I think later on, if we do come back, they say we want you to paint our car. These should be the only weather strippings I will likely have to replace, because obviously I'd want to come in here and repair the damage. The over the door weather strippings, I think I can peel one side back and get to the screws that hold the rails in, and so just take them all out as a unit. The ones on the doors themselves that go under the door panels, they're held on with screws and plastic clips for the most part. I don't see that being a problem. You know, taking all the glass out, that's typical auto glass procedure. We would have to get seals for that, or whatever they did on these things. And these little quarter windows, obviously we would have to re-glue them in again, which is really no problem. So I think we could get by with just that if we ever repaint this. Okay, we're going to come in here and not be shy at all. Put a nice thick bead. The shape of this, especially on the bottom forward corner, you know, they got 4 clips holding this thing in there. None are clear at the top, and only one down in the center here, about that wide. So this doesn't necessarily sit tight up against the framework. So you want plenty of product to bridge that gap. So even at 80 degrees or whatever it is in here right now, it's a little stubborn. Boy, I need that electric one again. It seems ridiculous to need an electric caulking gun, but man, okay. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to try not to be in your way. Get it going down on the bottom so that lip on the weather stripping pushes up. Here we go. Don't want any on our fabulous leopard print. right? Gotta get the bottom clip going. Okay, now these little ones on this side, they hook in and push against, just like that. Not like that, just like that. There we go. Any day now. Oh, that's nice. Had the same problem on the other side. This bottom clip doesn't even push against the glass. I don't know why. So I am going to take it back out and bend it. It's about at a 90. I'm going to bend it over that and see if we can get that to push a little. We have pretty good seal all the way around, except for in the bottom rear corner. Okay, so that is in and it's drying. You can see that was probably the size of, you know, a little teardrop, and it's absolutely everywhere. I don't know when the point of contact was even made. Just all of a sudden it was all over me. I came back, I pulled this little plastic trim out of there and squirted a bunch from this side into that corner and then behind this lip here, just to make sure the bottom end of this thing is sealed, because that's obviously what was leaking. I even came up here about 6 inches. So I'm going to get this, well, I'm just going to let that dry. We'll come back with a razor blade, clean all the mess off. It'll be good to go. I'm going to repaint the trim now. I will clean that up, get that ready to install. Then I'll carry on doing what we've already done together, over the glass under the door panel. Who's responsible for this mess? Terrible. Shameful. Well, I don't know that I really care for it much. It would have been nice if there was a kind of a stiffer backing on that one, because it's pretty wah wah wah, you know. But if we get it straight, close the tailgate on it and kind of get it straight, maybe it'll straighten out and hold that form when it gets hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold, hot and cold, you know. Anyway, that was the last one. Yeah, I think we can help it along. And maybe oil the latches. Well guys, I think that's it. We got the entire Super Deluxe weather stripping kit installed. Everything should be sealed up tight. The glass shouldn't rattle. You shouldn't have a lot of wind noise. There we go. The only thing I didn't finish with you was to finish installing the door panels, and that is because on another video we are going through not a complete restoration, but a general freshening up of the interior carpet. We're going to be re-dyeing a lot of the plastic trim, the bottom end of the door panels, going through the gauges, dash, just fixing what we need to fix. The stuff that is absolutely terrible we are replacing. Things like seat covers, and you can buy door panels. I'd really like to buy the bottom plastic pieces, but between the two we're talking a good $1,000 right there alone. So probably what I'm going to do is just do what I'm doing and let them come look and give them their options, see if they want to spend any more money right now or wait till later. Anyway, if you liked what we're doing here and you're not a subscriber, please do that. That way you know when we got more on this project going on. Really, the clock's winding down on this project. We got to finish putting the interior back in. Then I just have some small things, LED lights front and back, and really I don't know if, oh, AC, air conditioning, and that is about it. Just a general tune-up of the engine again, make sure everything's going good, and back to customer it goes until they are having so much fun enjoying driving it and how it looks on the inside, and they get out or they get in the thing and they want to throw up, you know, and then we'll probably be back repainting the thing. So like I say, subscribe so you can keep caught up on the progress and everything else I do on this channel. Guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me, coming along for the ride. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Cleaning up again.